on this episode of Katie Makes Stuff.
Hello! And welcome back. My hair is boofy today. Today we're going to start a series that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And it's something I call Pinterest roulette. Roulette. It's something I call Pinterest roulette. The rules behind this game are pretty simple. I am going to blindly scroll through my Pinterest boards, and whatever I land on randomly is what I'm gonna make for that particular day, or weekend, or week, depending on how difficult it is. In all transparency, I'm going to use my must-wear board. I've been kind of collecting ideas for years and years and years, so these are things that I would wear anyway, and I think it's a good place to start. What is this? What is this? Hope it stays. You ever go to bed with your hair wet and on top of your head, and then you wake up and it just, you don't even know. It's fine. So let's see what this first one brings. So I'm gonna pull up my Pinterest board. All right, let's go to must wear. All right, so now start looking somewhere else. Oh! All right, that's cool. This is what I was hoping for. This is great. I was hoping for something on the easier side for the first one, and one of these kimono robes I think is going to be great. But first, we have to kind of get into character. Drive-by cat. Let's get into something a little more appropriate. That didn't work. That didn't work either. All right, hold on. I can do this. Ta-da! Okay, this is not one that I made. This is actually one that I thrifted. But you gotta make a robe while wearing a robe, right? In my curtain fabric thrift haul, I talked about the perfect fabric I would wanna use for a project like this. So let me go get it. Oh God. Oh, parkour. So here's the fabric I'm gonna use. It's gonna be perfect. Just go ahead and wear it. See? Done. I win. Video done. Thanks for joining. Like and subscribe at the bottom. So this is a curtain panel from World Market. I bought it for $3. It is 45 inches wide by over 80 inches long. So I can make a fairly long robe out of this one panel for $3. Ballin' on a budget. Am I right? Yeah, let's get into the other parts of this. I'll talk you through it as best I can. Can't promise it's gonna be good, but we can try.
Look at those slippers. Ooh, fancy.
I have it folded lengthwise and I have it folded widthwise. What I'm gonna do is cut all 4 panels here. I should have ironed this, but I am exceedingly lazy, so I'm not gonna do that. All right, so let's talk about measurements. Hey buddy, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, that's mine. All right, let's talk measurements.
Voiceover Katie here. After filming this section, I realized how much I rambled and didn't actually get to the point. So let's talk about these measurements real quick. In total, there are 5 measurements you're going to want to take. The first is going to be your wingspan. This measurement determines where the sleeves are going to stop on each arm. For mine, I want it to stop just below the elbow, so I'm going to measure from that point to the middle of my chest because I'm cutting this on the fold. If you want your robe to cross in the front, the next measurement you'll need is from your shoulders down to the point on your chest where you want that cross to happen. For mine, this will be 12 inches from my collarbone down. Next, you'll need to decide how full you want the body of your robe to be. You're going to measure from your armpit to the center of your chest, and then add as much as you think you need in order to get the fullness you're looking for. I added about 2 extra inches, and because I'm cutting this on the fold, this means the body will be about 4 inches larger than my actual measurements. Next, you'll want to determine your sleeve drop. I chose 9 inches for mine, but I cut the pattern at 11 inches. so that I have room for seam allowance, and if it turned out a little bigger, that's not a big deal. The final measurement is the length, and this goes from the top of your shoulder down to wherever you would like your kimono to fall. Once you have your measurements and you've folded your fabric in half, it's time to transfer everything over. Here I'm using a heat erasable pen, and I'll use these marks to cut through all 4 layers of fabric so that I have all of my panels done at once. Ooh, such fancy. So the back piece, I've just cut out 2 inches down by 3 inches over for the neck. I transferred it over to this piece, and then I used this little corner as the starting point for my V drop. So I'm going to piece these together. I think I'm going to French hem the tops of these together, and the way that that works is that you put your wrong sides together and you sew it, and then flip it around so that your right sides are together, and then your raw edge is hidden on the inside, and this keeps it from fraying. And then I'm going to put some binding onto the front. We'll do pockets, and then it'll be done. So let's go. Fit check so far. The sleeves are a good length. It's too long, so I need to crop it. Yeah, I think we're on the right track, but I haven't seen it myself, so it might be terrible. Let's sew it together. Whose idea was it to keep the lining part so fiddly? One thing that I love about projects like this, because they're so oversized, it doesn't really matter if you didn't cut things very well, because if you have to take it in an inch or two, who cares? Because look at how even this part is, because I'm a master. Wow.
An absolute master. No, I'm not. We are pretty close to being done enough to wear, but there are a few things that I want to kind of work out before I wrap up the whole project. The back panel, I use the factory hem on this, and I don't want to get rid of that. So the back panel is going to be this long, and the front, I intentionally cut these a little longer so that I could make a decision how I wanted this to look. I might round this up just a little bit. I don't know, it'll be a surprise, but I'm gonna figure out how to get the front panels to at least line up with the back, maybe bring them up just a little bit. I am gonna keep the side slits because I decided it was really nice to be able to reach my pants pockets. I'm gonna add a bias tape all the way around, so a black bias tape to finish off these edges and enclose all the raw parts so it doesn't fray. Pockets will go on eventually, and we're just about done. Yeah. So I've started putting the bias tape around the edges, and I can't find my black thread, but it's black bias tape, and if I don't have black thread, you're gonna notice. And it's freezing outside, and I don't want to go out and buy just black thread. So I'm trying to decide if I need to just settle for a different color and hope for the best, or bite the bullet and go out and buy it. Ugh. Spoiler alert, I used brown, and you can't even tell. Okay, it's all finished. I have some chores that I need to get done, so why don't we combine the reveal and productivity at the same time? Check it out. it's all done. And it's wonderful. This was way more complicated than it needed to be, but that's just kind of how I roll. Heaven forbid I do anything the easy way. But if you're like me and you like to overcomplicate things, maybe this was helpful. So I hope you enjoyed this. Take a moment to subscribe and like this video. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or you just want to say hello. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.